Is adding just one JoyToy Warhammer 40K Deathwing Knight enough? Or should you commit to the full $150 to $200 trio? If you're on a tight budget, which Deathwing Knight gives you the best value for your Warhammer 40K collection? Before you buy, let's break down the sculpt, articulation, upgrades, and key differences between all three figures. The details absolutely blew me away, but will this enhance your existing Warhammer display or throw off your inner circle lineup? Let's get into it. If you have the old 2023 Mace versions, these three will tower over them. JoyToy's new true scale power sword knights are significantly bulkier than the previous iterations. Huge thanks to Carlos from the Badass Review for this scale comparison. Definitely check out his channel for more deep dives into JoyToy. Despite the scale creep, the overall finish of these new knights are impressive. But is the deco alone enough to make them a worthy pickup? The most obvious difference between these three Dark Angels Deathwing Knights are their shields. Huge ones. Each one features a unique design, and these massive shields aren't just for defense. These knights use them as literal battering rams. The next thing that will catch your eye is the variation in the badges or the tilt shields, which is on the right shoulder. They display the rank. You'll also notice subtle differences in the respirator grills of each helm, though the rest of the armor design remains consistent across the trio. Among the three, the only figure without a diorama accessory is Knight 3. If you're on a tight budget, he's your best choice. He's the cheaper among the three. However, if you're willing to spend a little more for those extra pieces, the real choice is between Knight 1 and Knight 2. To help you decide, let's take a closer look at each one, starting with Deathwing Knight 1 equipped with his power sword, storm shield, and teleport Homer. The Terminators or the Deathwing Knights has a bone white armor color, unlike the rest of the Dark Angels which are forest green. Centuries ago, they went on a suicide mission to save their people, so they painted their armor white, the color of death in their culture. Among the three, Knight 1 has the most royal looking helmet. It's called the Wing Great Helm. The wing helm, which looks like a halo on top of his head, has spiky bits, and this one makes him stand out as the leader of the squad. The respirator grill that he has is a sword on the right cheek. For the left pauldron, he has a Crux Terminatus, which is different to the other two. There is some stone texture, and there is a shard of the Emperor's own armor. The back armor sculpt and design is consistent across all three Terminators, although Knight 1 stands out because of the Wing Great Helm. The right pauldron is unique. It has the Dark Angels logo in red with the words Leonus. The other two does not have that. Knight 1's torso is covered with green cloth, and it's the same for Knight 2. A key difference is the one that is hanging around their belt. Overall, the sculpt and painted details are excellent. Nice job by JoyToy by adding some certain washes on the sculpt. Also, those bolts right there, they're sculpted and painted on with silver. This design really adds weight to the character because these Terminators are meant to be heavy. The Crux Terminatus on his right leg is larger compared to the other two. Overall, those large, bold details make him stand out as the leader of the Dark Angels Deathwing. Each knight has this knife which you can slide on to the red sheet. that sheet can be removed and transferred along the belt. Each Dark Angels Deathwing Knight comes with a total of 6 hands. They're all exactly the same. This is the first pair, which is a pair of trigger finger hands. The second pair is a pair of closed fist hands. The nice thing is that red wash on his knuckles itself is like it's bloody. The final pair of hands is a pair of weapon holding hands. Compared to the other Deathwing Knights, he has the best looking sword. There's something engraved on the blade, and the design of the handle really screams out that he is different, that he is the leader of the group. Because of these small details, it feels like Knight 1 is the upgraded version of the other two. His main accessory is the Teleport Homer, the unique piece. It's not articulated in any way, though this particular pipe, it can bend a little but not that much. I can't find anything that moves or swivel. This mainly is a display piece beside the knight. Knight 1 shields features the Unforgiven monk design. Sculpted in the center of the shield is a monk holding a sword. It represents the burden of the Dark Angel secret hunt for the fallen. There are 2 shield handles available. That is why the shield does not have it connected at first. JoyToy included one with a shield strap, the rubber band styled one. Just peg it inside the hole of the shield. Being a large shield with some weight, I recommend using this shield strap. It keeps the shield just on the right position. The second handle, the C-grip, is the easiest one to use because you pry the fingers open and he can hold on to the shield while the gripping hand is attached to the wrist. Unlike the shield strap, you need to remove the hand first and let him grip it. After that, you slide it into his forearm. It is difficult for the knight to hold on to the shield when this particular strap is attached to it. So better remove the shield first before attaching the shield strap. Moving on to the second knight, Deathwing Knight 2 is the one with the Watcher in the dark. Standing in the middle, you can see how similar his armor is with Knight 1. His helmet is the unwinged type. It's the Clerical Knight helm. The tilt shield design and the Dark Angels logo on his pauldron shows that he is a lower rank compared to Knight 1. The insignia and armor design of Knight 2 is less compared to Knight 1. From the back, it's all the same, just bringing in the leader of the Deathwing Knights. You will notice for most of the body, it looks the same, except for the small details that I mentioned a while ago. The tilt shield on the right shoulder of Knight 1 has a sculpted sword, unlike Knight 2 which is a flat paint. Also, the logo on the right pauldron is different. It's less for Knight 2. The dangling ornament along their belt is different. Knight 1 has a larger Crux terminatus on the right knee. The same applies as well for their left shoulder. This really tells you that Knight 1 is the upgraded version of Knight 2 in terms of the body armor. So does that mean that Deathwing Knight 1 with the Teleport Homer is the best choice, the only one that you would pick up from these 3? The next accessory included with Knight 2 will turn the tables around. in favor of Deathwing Knight 2. It is the Watcher. They are the biggest mystery in Warhammer 40K. They aren't humans, they aren't aliens, and they're definitely not kids in robes. Even the Chaos Gods are afraid of them. Out of the packaging, the Watcher in the dark requires assembly because his staff is separated from him. But the details are really excellent. A smoking skull head. He has this wing on top of the skull, which actually is sharp and similar to Knight 1. I was really anxious in terms of attaching this because I might break the Watcher, but you can just pry his arms open. It's not articulated, you just need to pull it a little bit back and it will snap back in place. The Watcher will have a tight grip on the body of the staff. The set of hands included with Deathwing Knight 2 is exactly the same as Knight 1. That is the same thing as well for Knight 3. Different to Knight 1 is the sword. This is a more simple kind of looking sword. I mean, there is a lot of detail sculpted to it, but compared to Knight 1, the Knight 1 sword really outshines it. The engraved details on the blade and the handle is excellent for Knight 1. Knight 2's shield is called the Angelic Wing. The shield features a large vertical sword with the angelic wings. Knight 1 shield is mostly green, but Knight 2 has half in bone white color and the other half in red. Similar to Knight 1, you get alternate shield handles. The one that I'm using now is just a simple sea creep handle. From what I've heard, Knight 2 is the MVP between all three because of this little dude, the Watcher in the night. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree Deathwing Knight 2 is the must-have among them? Finally, the least expensive Dark Angels Deathwing Knight. Knight 3 has less decoration. Dark Angels insignia on the right pauldron. On his chest is the Dark Angels insignia as well. On the other side, it's the same design as Knight 2. Big difference from Knight 2 is his upper torso. There is less green cloth. The knife sheath is positioned on the right side this time, and the dangling ornament along his belt is different. From the back, it's all the same. It's a reused body with less decorations. Knight 3 has the same set of hands with all of the other Dark Angels Deathwing Knights. The sword is exactly the same as Knight 2. This is the reason why he is the budget choice. Just comparing how beautiful the sword of Knight 1 is besides the others, it really outshines them, fit for the leader of the Dark Angels Deathwing. The unique accessory of Knight 3 is the shield. It's the Crux and Dagger shield. Putting all shields side by side, which one do you think has the best design? Let me know in the comments below. My pick for the best shield would be Knight 1's the Unforgiven Monk shield. Such elaborate details on that shield. The tallest among Dark Angels Deathwing Knights is of course 1 because of the wings, that pointy wings on top of his head. He becomes 16 centimeters or 6.3 inches tall. The other 2 would be playing at around 15 centimeters or 5.9 inches tall. The Dark Angels Deathwing Knights besides 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends Wolverine and Cyclops, 1/18 scale JoyToy, Stellar Scar Assault Team member. On the other side is the teenage size Marvel Legends Miles Morales and Maximum Series Deadpool. Next is besides 3.75-inch scale Marvel Universe, Apocalypse, Wolverine, Colossus, Juggernaut. Next is the same scale height 1/18 scale JoyToy Warhammer Horus Heresy Legion Apothecary. This proves the Deathwing Knights are bigger than other Warhammer characters. For some 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Gamerverse figure Wolverine, Cheetah Toys, Chun-Li, and Ryu. Since the Deathwing Knights are bulkier and taller than other Warhammer figures, they are like slightly shorter Iron Mans, and they can fit in the 6-inch scale figure collection. G.I. Joe Classified Series Kyle Budo Gesso, Loose Collector, and Halimo Sculptures Darna. Finally, a 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale size comparison, celebrating 80 years Hulk and the Marvel Select Hulk. For articulation, his head can only move from side to side, hardly looking upwards or downwards. Arms can extend really far, but it gets hindered by the pauldrons. Here, it's a hinged version, so it follows the direction of the arm when it does a full 360. Double jointed elbows right there. Wrist can swivel, hinge, move in any direction. It's a ball joint peg type system. He barely can crunch forward and back. Waist swivel right there. A little bit hindrance because of the belt and the other pieces. Cannot split that good. These ones are really hindering him from moving. Can kick forward. Double jointed knees. Hard to move his ankle rocker. He has toe articulation. My final thoughts on the new JoyToy Warhammer 40K Dark Angels Deathwing Knights 1, 2, and 3. Essentially, they are all the same figures, same body mold, but it's just different in terms of the design and the accessories included. If you have the budget, you can purchase all three, but if you're gonna pick only one, it would be Deathwing Knight 2 because of the Watcher accessory. A massive thank you to JoyToy for sending over these 3 huge Terminators to action figure maniacs. Thank you for watching. If you found this review useful, hope you give it a hype, give it a like, subscribe to the Action Figure Maniacs channel, and share this with fellow JoyToy Warhammer collectors. If you are a Marvel Legends collector, hope you check out my channel.
I'm Juggernaut!
Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.